guys, we're back. Second episode, we made it back to where we started, and
I
we
can
are
now say
now
to your
gonna
face
do
that I do
a
not
limit to
enjoy
get the
being
dragon
deceived,
out of
dragon.
our
I was afraid of this.
head.
Be careful.
What do you mean, do not lie?
I did a bit of divination while we were waiting for you. I had to make sure that, we figured out what you would want the rod for. And personally, I fully support your desire to return to your natural form. Especially if it means unearthing whatever your attackers are planning.
And what about after the dragon is returned to its form? Can we trust them with it then?
I don't know.
I'd hope so. If not, though, we can always take it back. Either way, can't condemn someone for something they haven't done yet, right? Give it to them with my blessing.
Oh, yay.
Fine. But if you can hear me, dragon, I do this not for your sake. I do it for the child. They do not deserve to have their thoughts constantly invaded, and should be able to live their life without someone constantly whispering in their ear. A person's mind is meant to be their refuge and safe haven, even when nowhere else is. Besides,
I agree.
there is something about you, child. A sense of impending significance, for lack of a better term. I have been in this world long enough to trust my intuition, and it tells me to keep an eye on you, regardless of what happens to the dragon. I will be curious to know your doings. Now go, hunt your quarry. And remember that the rod is not all-powerful. You must weaken your target first if it is a living thing. You have any idea where we might find the—
I tried scrying them too, but their lair seems to be protected from such spying. Sorry.
I may have an idea, though.
Okay.
I'll take any advice you can offer. Speak with the dwarves of Kelvin's Cairn. I have overheard their conversations whilst traveling as a storm. They speak of their kin in Mithril Hall facing a mysterious crisis, though I could not learn any details. Still, their troubles and yours could be related. If so, they may provide direction and help against a common foe.
It is as good a start as any. These foes are unnatural to our world, so they are bound to make disturbances that we might be able to follow.
Got
It's a
it.
start, at least. Thank you both for your help.
Happy hunting!
These things are so annoying. Yeah, dang it, my guy. What the? What is that? Oh look, it's an elevator. I gotta get myself a better sword. This is from the second chapter. We're going in the third chapter now. Speak with the dwarves of Kelvin. Speak with the dwarves of Kelvin. Wow, this face is nice.
A stranger? Welcome to Kelvin's Cairn, true home of the legendary Brunner Battlehammer himself. And who might you be?
Brunner Battlehammer.
My name is Katra, and I'm looking for a group of people and monsters. Have you heard anything about anyone working with chalky skinned creatures that have bones and spines poking out of their flesh? Maybe a wizard in a mask?
Oh, that was puss in my face.
Don't know about any wizard and haven't seen any monsters like that about, but we have had some tales from our kin down south in Mithril Hall. Just rumors, mind you. Before the trading caravans from our cousins stopped coming due to the blizzards, they had some stranger things to say. They were all over the place with the tales, but the consistencies between them told how civilians were losing their mind. There's been sabotage, murder, and people just up and disappearing, or trying to go into the deeper caves where they had no business being. Oh, and some people had talked about glimpsing a new small folk, they think, down in the Underdark. Just saw small, pale, white humanoids with grinning teeth and yellow eyes.
At the risk of jumping to conclusions, that sounds at least similar to what you witnessed in your home. Not to mention that the small folk she mentioned sound like the star-spawn gruel we have encountered.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a look at least. Thank you for the information. We'll get out of your hair and...
Boss, we're under attack! Some creepy pale things with spikes coming out of them! They're swarming our guard posts!
Friends of yours?
You could say something like that.
They must have finally tracked us down.
How many are there, and how didn't we see them coming? The scouts...
The scouts didn't even have a chance to see them! Things just appeared right in the tunnels, behind one of our sentry posts! Something teleported them here!
Get the workers and civilians into the deeper tunnels, and call up the rest of the garrison. You follow them to the shelters until this is...
You kidding? Like I'd miss a...
Your funeral, kid. Follow me.
Finally, we actually get to fight with other people that's like NPCs. First time in the game. We've like always fought solo.
They're after a human!
Oh yeah, I forgot they inflict nausea.
That's all of them.
Indeed, we have not seen the star spawn anywhere else in the Dale. If they were transported specifically here, that implies that they were coming for us.
How do you figure? They could have attacked us any time.
Maybe not. No one saw you in my cave when the cultists attacked me. It could be that they did not know who had my soul after losing the coin that held it. If they had known that you carried my soul, then that wizard in the mask would have either killed or captured you to take it back when he found us in Wizard Edro's tower.
So they've somehow figured it out since then, and have some way to find or at least track us.
That would seem to be the case. We should leave. If more pursue us, I do not want innocents caught in the fighting.
Vair, that actually sounded rather generous and thoughtful. Downright altruistic, actually.
Just get us to Mithril Hall quickly. If we stay in one spot too long, it will make it all the easier for the enemy to attack us. We do not know what their capabilities are. For all we know, this invasion was either the entirety of their force or but a tiny fraction of their army.
Yeah, we actually get to go back
Yeah,
to
we
the
should go.
town. What is that? Oh, let me test it out real quick. Yo, if this thing like makes it so that oh, it slows down. Wow, and then they die, they just sit down. So it's like, oh, I'm done, I'm just gonna take a nap. Wow. Probably gonna be leaving this place soon. Is there a place to get my sword? How much money is it? 50? Oh. Oh yeah, I'm good. I mean, I just bought at the end of it. So.
Need a lift?
The journey out of Icewind Dale is slow and treacherous, the snow hindering your progress with Yetis taking advantage of your predicament. Still, after repelling a few raids, you manage to round the spine of the world, feeling the fresh, warmer breezes rising from the south as you turn east and skirt the foothills as you make for Mithril Hall. You keep the fetid, troll-infested swamps of the Evermoors to your right as you near your destination, climbing the last slope in the mountain shadow and passing through the Dwarven city's main gate,
swampy
hoping to find the lair of the Starspawn.
Yeah, I unlocked the spell. Let's go. Uh-oh. Chapter 4. I can put stats on now. So 2 stat points available. That heals stuff.
Lots of guards on duty. It certainly seems that something has the dwarves on alert.
Oh no.
It has to do with us.
Honestly, I hope it does. As bad as that could be for the dwarves, it was a long way to get here, and I don't want this trip to be for nothing.
Stay behind the line, please.
So I will be more than happy to leave these tunnels. We've only just
behind the line,
arrived, and
please.
already I cannot help but feel trapped.
We'll get in
Ew.
and out as quickly as we can. Just tell me if you
Just
have any
stay-
problems, okay?
Stay behind the line, please. Shut up.
Next. Next.
Move. Let's do
Next. 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 Stay behind the line, please. Next. Next.
move.
Next.
What's going on? What are you doing?
We're trapped. Get us out, Katra. We are easy targets here.
What's happening? What did I do?
The precautions have marked you as dangerous. You'll be detained, examined, and questioned.
Why do they say I'm dangerous?
Our wards indicate that there's been tampering with your mind or soul. There's a foreign entity inside of you.
Again? How many times will our simple presence be a cause for suspicion or study? This is growing tiresome.
I don't like this.
Do you have any explanation for this?
I don't know. Do you?
If I did, we would not be having this conversation. Either way, you'll be detained until we finish evaluating you. Our commander's on the way to address this personally.
And how long will all of this take?
That is for our commander to decide. You might not be allowed to leave at all.
Oh,
So
go
you're the one
in
who set
prison.
our alarms to screaming like a goat that's been cornered by a mountain lion? Fenrir, I don't feel like wasting our time here, so cast your spells and let's get on with our lives. If you resist his spells, he will know. Submit to them, or we will use more invasive and painful methods to get what we need out of you.
I would suggest that you answer Commander Tordek's questions fully and truthfully, while providing any other information that's applicable to our investigation.
Ugh.
As a dwarf casts his spell, you feel a sensation akin to what you did when Thesserai's assistant cast Zone of Truth. This, however, is more direct, targeted, and instead of trying to prevent, this seems like a fairly reasonable
Oh,
request. No reason to not be honest with them, right?
Good. The first thing I want to know about.
It is the soul of the noble dragon Endandravair, and neither he nor I wish you harm unless you conspire with our enemies.
It seems that your magics have not failed you yet, old friend.
No, though I must admit to not believing it when the detection spells registered a dragon's presence.
Surprising as all of this is, what business have you in Mithril Hall? Why come here?
We have heard rumors about strange things happening in Mithril Hall, including disappearances and bizarre behavior. Since the people and creatures we are hunting are not of this world and have a history of kidnapping while working with humanoids, this seemed the most likely place to look.
Yeah.
While I am sure that some of the rumors you have heard are exaggerated, things are certainly not ideal here either. Before we go any further,
Well, make yourselves comfortable, because this is good.
I am patient. So these pale things in the tunnels we've found, that they are not from Faerun explains why no one in the city is familiar with them. We had thought that they were perhaps a lost people from the Underdark, as those caverns are vast and not all of them explored. I had suspected that they...
What did you think they had?
I had thought that perhaps they were the ones controlling those who we found trying to enter the deep tunnels. That this is probably a cult that some of our missing people might have joined willingly makes this issue all the more complicated, and as for whatever has taken the dragon's body, that is not an enemy we can allow to rest at our front door.
So what do you plan to do about it?
Kill it, of course. If you cannot remove the creature from Endandravair's body, then a dragon controlled by a cult is not something that we can ignore.
But you are willing to let us try.
I am. Partly because the most callous and pragmatic smart thing to do would be to allow it. If you succeed, then the problem is solved. If you fail, then you will most likely die and be unable to stop up. You have spoken of overcoming monstrous creatures and seem to have a plan with this Rod of Alignment, which Fengir would salivate over if you gave him a chance to examine it.
I would not salivate.
Yes, you would.
Oh my god. Yeah, he would.
Because of your confidence and because it is right to help a goodly dragon, we will move forward with your plan and aid you as we can. Our scouts have tracked these Starspawn to a set of ruins in the Underdark that they seem to be using as their base. Chances are you will find your dragon there, or at least more information about where it could be.
That's...
However, confidence can be up. To make sure that you are up to the task, we will test you. A simple sparring match should do. It will be you against, say, 3 of our best fighters. If you beat them, then we will assist you. If you cannot, then we will have to consider you a liability and keep you from interfering while we kill the possessed dragon, much as it pains me to admit.
3 against 1 seems a bit unfair. Are they really any good?
The ones I have in mind each earn their reputations fairly. One,
Sorry, Hook?
a predator of the Underdark with a sharp beak and a pair of hooks instead of arms that are just as capable of rending flesh as they are of helping the monster climb about.
Oh,
They are
wow.
normally pack hunters, but Varg managed to get cornered by one. Crazy dwarf hacked it to pieces, though the things are covered in a carapace as tough as wood.
And what if I refuse?
Yeah, I don't
Then
wanna
you will
do
be
that.
stripped of all your possessions and kept here in this cage until the matter is resolved.
Very well.
Okay.
I accept.
Excellent. In that case, Fengir, you may remove.
The Shaba take you, Tordek. Felt like I was about to start bleeding out of my eyes from maintaining the suggestion for so long.
I would never let that happen. Else your wife would skin me alive once she saw you.
And I would let her.
You're free to go now. I will return to my other duties, and when you are ready, report to the Silverbeard Arena to face 3 of our champion.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and get some potions. Oh. There we go. Oh, wow. That's a nice sword. Now I gotta buy myself some armor. Ooh. Oh. Dang, I'm dripped out. Let me check. Okay, so I just didn't unlock that part of the armor. What? How damage does this do? Oh wow, uh-oh. Oh. Did I just spend 60 stuff and nothing? Okay, I'm gonna put my potions here. Okay, guys. I'm gonna get more potions. That's a nice sword. Okay, I'm gonna... Okay, let me see...
Remember, this fight determines whether you even have a chance to save me and separate us. Not to make you panic or cause undue stress, but this might as well be a matter of life and death.
Yeah, right. No pressure. Thanks.
Oh yeah, I just realized one of the NPCs fell. Whoa, wait a minute, I just realized my armor has like horns on the side. Oh, talk to the judge? Where is the judge? Wait here. Okay guys, next episode it will be the fight. Okay, bye.